But I want to start with Matt just because you were on this team. You know these guys. Do you think this feud is over?
It's over. And it should have been over already. I think the fact that it's them, that everyone's, and then the media got their hands on it. But, KD never really gave him anything to grab and run with. But more than anything, like I said, I've been in this locker room. What makes it special is the fact that there's no egos. I love the fact that KD wants the ball at the end of the game. He's the most efficient scorer we've ever seen. I know he had Clay on the right wing. He had someone cutting, someone on the right side. To me, it looked like Draymond was trying to draw the defense in, either kick to Clay or throw it back to KD, and a turnover happened. And then an argument happened. That happens a lot. And like I said, I think the fact that it's them, everyone's making a big deal about it.
You think the feud's over, Marcellus?
Yeah, I think it's over. I heard Mark Jackson talking about it yesterday. All it takes is one player to take ownership. Even if you're a tough guy, even if you just don't want to be that guy, even if you're Draymond. That's why they created the phrase, my bad, for the tough guys who don't want to say, I'm sorry, but you still get it out in the same way. And I look at this like, if you're Kevin Durant, I'm not a female dog, so that doesn't stick to me. That doesn't land. And I didn't give you, like Matt said, anything to run with. So this has to end right now because these two guys are still trying to achieve something together as a collective. So, yeah, I think it's behind them.
I do believe the feud is over.
Okay.
But I also think, to me, when I listen to Draymond, I hear that group is also over, that this is it.
I heard that.
We are going, this year, we're going to go out, win this last championship, and then we're breaking up. The Jackson 5 is over. Michael's going to go sing on his own. Jermaine's going to do a solo career, perhaps.
One single, though. Tell me if I'm dreaming.
And so, that's what I heard is feud is over, but so is this relationship when this season's over. We're going to give our best this year. Watch out. We're going to be great. Yeah. We all know this is it. This is, I forget the name of the Jacksons' last tour when they did their last tour.
This is it? I don't know.
But that's what it sounds like to me, that this is it.
I wouldn't say that he's saying this is it. I think he's saying that he respects the fact that there's a lot of money out there. And people at the end of the day, they want money. I know that KD is definitely capitalizing off the court in Golden State. I know Clay is doing a lot of stuff too. So if Golden State's owners want to go on the luxury tax tremendously and re-sign the team that they want to re-sign and give them the money they feel like they deserve, they can do it. But like they said, there's power of the money. There's some spots that look good for a couple guys. So it's going to come down to what they want to do at the end of the day.
Yeah, what I heard was a guy who realizes who he is and where he is. So when you get to that level of status, that stature, you're Draymond Green, you're a superstar in this game, guess what you have to do? You have to be proactive. You have to think ahead. You have to have foresight. And a lot of people are going to look at this moment if Kevin Durant goes out in free agency, says, that was the issue. That was the moment. And I think Draymond is like, let me control narrative because you got to do that. You go upstairs right now at Fox. There's some people talking about the fall of 2020. You and I are just trying to get through Thursday, right? Like, you got to think way ahead when you got so much on the line. I think Draymond's just saying, in case, I'm letting y'all know this is not because of me.
The thing that Draymond we didn't hear him respond to today was, I wonder how he felt about the one-game suspension. I didn't like it. Unless there were punches thrown, I don't. Why are you suspending a man over words? I don't get it. And that to me is the pampering of Kevin Durant and them trying to be all in on retaining Kevin Durant. But I also like your point, Matt, about money and how much can four guys keep slicing up the money in Golden State, and maybe in Draymond it affects his pocketbook if all four of them stay together. And maybe again this goes down to Michael Jackson or whatever group, eventually they figure out, I can make more solo than I can. Ice Cube could make more solo than he could with NWA.
Yes, he could.
And maybe that's that's what, again, I felt like I heard is like, hey, man, it's about time to go out and start doing these solo tours again. There's more money to be made.
You heard that, man?
Like I said, it just depends. It depends. All I know is this is a great group, and what makes them so special is their communication and their unity and the chemistry they have. That's why when you build all these teams and put all these players together, they never seem to match up with the Warriors because the Warriors will beat them with chemistry. And I know that they're going to go above and beyond the Call of Duty now just to prove that this is something that will be swept under the rug. They're definitely going to bring them tighter. And we all know they're going to be a monster, and they're going to be there at the end.
Yeah, I think it's poetic, though, that the chemistry was established before KD got there, and the chemistry could be the issue that gets him out because Draymond didn't show that same mindset of the chemistry that got him this far. Like, calling him a B, I agree with a suspension. And you know why? Look, I'm not going to go into physical versus mental abuse, but I certainly know that if you call someone something, it triggers physical reactions, physical consequences. So that's why you got to say we stay within this respectful box. That box could be wide, lots of latitude. You can say a lot of stuff about a lot of players in today's game, but there are boundaries because if not, we go past that point, we going to get physical.
But Marcellus, I'm one of the old school idiots, I guess. And I would be a coach that occasionally is like, you know what? If they got to throw some hands to work this out, let them throw some hands. That's what they did in football. Sometimes we'd be in two-a-day practice or whatever. It's like, hey, man, we need a fight to get everybody, get it out of your system.
In
blah,
basketball,
blah, blah.
too. Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Steve Kerr. Like, we've heard this. I'm
It's
sure,
happened,
Matt.
I mean, it's happened a lot. I mean, people fight. People get in arguments all the time. I mean, at the end of the day, they're brothers. You know what I mean? So this is not, like I said, this is only blowing up because they're at the top and people want to try to find any kind of chink in their armor to be like, oh, that's the reason, or it's his fault. At the end of the day, they're going to, stay healthy, run through this season, see if they win a championship, and then, I think Draymond is saying, I respect whatever move you need to make after that, but he's not going to be the reason. This little argument here in November is not going to be the reason why he leaves in July, if he does.
I don't think it'll be the reason he leaves, but the more I talk this through and think about it, I believe the feud is over with for now, but the issues are still there.
Well, KD walked off, and a lot of lip readers said, that's why I'm out when he was on the court. Did you see that?
But a lot of things are said in the heat of passion, and he was in the heat of the passion right there, too. He was in the heat of the moment, so he's probably thinking, like, F this, but he's just saying it. Just like if Draymond says something he should have said, he said it because he was in the heat of the moment. That kind of stuff happens. There's no excuse for whatever, name calling, whatever. It is what it is.
Matt, hold on.
But I think they're in the heat of the moment. You say a lot of things in the heat of the moment.
Drunk words are sober thoughts, right?
There you go.
And heated words are calm thoughts.
Somewhat.
No, look. We've all, when your girl says I'm out, and then she walks it back, it's gonna rear its ugly head at some point.
Well, keep in mind though, if they do lose someone, that's gonna open up money to keep Boogie. You know what I mean? So if
they're gonna reload this thing.
To me, like it was only a matter of time till the Lakers rebuild. I think the Warriors are this new generation and how franchises are run and done. And if they happen to lose a couple stars here and there, people want to go play in Golden State because not only the team and the culture, but the off-the-court stuff in Silicon Valley and San Francisco and the tech push. Like, there's a lot more to basketball. Like, there's a lot more to being a Laker now. There's so much business off the court here. There's a lot of business off the court in the Bay. So it's a destination now. So if they happen to lose someone, personally, I'm a fan. I don't want to see them do it, but there's going to be people in the wings ready to re-sign.
Great point. Great job, Matt.